About to get ready to start planting some of my seeds. Got 2 trays here. Got my mixing bucket. I'm going to use rainwater to mix this up with. I'll be using this Pro Mix to use as my seed starter mix, as well as perlite. That's what this mix looks like. It's a lot of peat moss. It's already kind of moist. Got a few little sticks in it. Got some perlite in it already. I've used this before. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. You do have some sticks and twigs and whatnot in it, but nothing that you can't get around. I'm gonna layer this. Put a little bit of peat moss, perlite in there. I get the consistency that I want. Try to get that right consistency. This stuff is mainly cocoa coir and peat moss, so it takes way more water than what you think. So I know I want to start some pepper seeds, and I want to start some tomato seeds. Some of this other stuff can wait, like okra and all that. And maybe I can start some of these herbs. But I think I'm gonna put the herbs in a larger container. I might start some of these cucumbers as well. So this is what I'll be planting: some purple bell peppers, some cayenne pepper, some red marconis, some red bell peppers, some jalapenos. I have some Cali Wonder peppers, some sweet banana peppers. I think I said jalapenos. Oh, and some Tabascos. I grew these a few years ago. They turned out really, really good to make my pepper sauce. So there we go. I'm going to take my little stick right here to fluff my soil up in these cells. You got 3 cells going across. I'm going to place. Drop my seeds in here where I fluff this soil up. Just like that. I'm gonna do the same thing for these purple ones. Put one on that corner, one on this corner. On that corner. This corner. On that corner. On this corner. I might throw one in the other corner too. But that ain't gonna hurt. There we go. Pat that in. Purple bell peppers. All right, that's a lot of these peppers are planted. I did find some old pretty and sweet peppers, seeds that I harvested from a few years ago. I thought I didn't have enough of that, way more than enough, and I planted some habaneros. So this hot stuff is not for me, except for the Tabascos and the cayennes. I'll make some hot pepper sauce out of those. But the pretty and sweet and all this other stuff, this is Shelby, she likes those. Now we'll start planting some tomatoes. I got tomato varieties out of the yin yang, but I'm gonna grow more of the paste variety tomatoes. Then I grow a few of the slicers. First tomatoes I'm gonna plant is these San Marzanos DTs, which are determinants. And this tomato is determinant It's gonna grow to a determinate height. It's gonna put out its fruit. And it won't keep growing like a vine like most tomatoes will, which are indeterminate. They would just keep growing until either you pull them or the weather kills them. I'll put a couple more in here. Ain't gonna hurt. I can always move them, which I normally do. The next tomato I'll be planting is a Floridade. I don't know how they pronounce it, but I grew these for the first time last year and loved them. They put out a lot of big, pretty red slicer tomatoes. I really enjoyed these. I didn't know what I was going to get first time growing them, and they did excellent. Throw a couple extra ones in here. You know, sometimes I put a few extras because you don't know what's going to germinate. And if they all germinate, then I'll just move them. Just gonna push these down in the soil a little bit. And a lot of times with small seeds like this right here, tomatoes and whatnot, I'll just come back across and put another thin layer of the soil over top of them. Boom. That's it. Now, one important thing you should do is whatever growing zone you're in, you can go to the old Farmer's Almanac online, and you can put in your zip code or your address, and it'll tell you your last frost date. And for my area, my last frost date is around April 3rd. All right, so I'm going to be growing these Ace 55 tomatoes. Grew those last year. They were excellent. And then I'm going to be trying these Manitoba tomatoes, which is a determinate tomato. It's a Canadian variety that's well suited for short season growing. It produces a medium large bright red fruit, and it's supposed to put out plenty. So we're going to give it a shot this year. When I plant, I like to try to put at a minimum 2 in a cell, one on one end, one on the other. But sometimes I'll drop a few more. Never know what's going to germinate. And I can always move them for succession growing. Put one more here. Next, I'll be planting some yellow plum tomatoes. It'll be my first time growing these. I've grown yellow tomatoes, and grape tomatoes and cherry tomatoes, but maybe not this variety. And then 10 fingers of Naples. Be my first time growing these as well. Got the seeds planted. Cover them with old thin layer. Soil. I'm gonna call that good. I'm gonna plant some cucumbers. We'll do some beta alphas. Marketeer munchers are good. You plant these Boston pickling first. That one already fell out. When it comes to like stuff like this is just pretty much straightforward. You can dig a hole, maybe 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch deep. Push the seed down in there, and that's pretty much it. Or you can drop it in, however you want to do it. I'm gonna put 2 per. Sometimes I put 3. And move them to an empty tray. Boom, I'll do 3 on that one. I just want to get started, get a decent root system. And then I'll move them for succession planting. Now for the beta alpha, I'm gonna put them so I can see where they're at. In the corner here. To me, I got one more, I guess I'll stick that right there. To me, this is the best tasting slicer cucumber for me. This, then the muncher, this one and the muncher, really close. Yeah, the taste is really close. Thin skin, you don't have to peel them or anything like that. Put that little dirt over top of it like that. They are sweet and they are delicious. And the last thing I'll be planting today is Jamaican sorrel and some ground cherries. These ground cherries, I'm just gonna, I got some more right here. Just gonna sprinkle those on top like that. Not even gonna plant them. This should be enough. Jamaican sorrel, I'll push that down, those seeds down a little bit. Get them started. Definitely want to start these early. And then the ground cherries, I'm just gonna put a light covering of soil over top of this. They're so small, when you water them in, it's gonna push them down. So I don't wanna do too much. Just put a layer over them like that. Water that in. Put the sign in. That's it. That's everything that I planted today. That's gonna be it for today. I'll do some more trays tomorrow. It is cold, my hands are cold. This is Stacy from Hands in the Dirt. Remember, if you have some seeds, put them in the dirt and don't be afraid to get your hands dirty.